Managing your emotions while trading isn't something you master overnight, it's something you practice, like a craft. And it starts with a deal you make with yourself, that no matter what the market does, you will follow your strategy. Whether that strategy is based on trend lines, simple moving averages, candlestick patterns, mean reversion, or a mix of indicators, the point is, it's yours. It's predefined. And once you've built that rule set, your job is to stick to it, even when your emotions are screaming at you to do something else. When you're in a trade and fear creeps in, or greed tempts you to hold on longer than you should, it's your strategy, not your emotions, that you listen to. That commitment has to be real, conviction level, because without it, emotions will always find a way to drive your decisions. But it doesn't stop at strategy. You also need to understand your risk, specifically, how much you're willing to lose if you're wrong compared to what you could gain if you're right. That's your risk to reward ratio. For example, if you risk $250 to potentially make $1,000, you don't need to win every trade. With enough consistency and a solid strategy, even if you win just 1 out of every 3 trades, you can still be profitable. That's the power of proper risk management. It takes the pressure off needing to be perfect and puts the focus on following your process. Because when your edge is built on probability and discipline, the outcome of any single trade doesn't define your success. What does destroy traders, though, is emotional trading. Impulse decisions, chasing losses, getting greedy, or panicking when things don't go to plan. That's not trading. That's gambling dressed up in a trading platform. Now, let's talk about what actually happens in your body when emotions kick in. Because trading, like many high-pressure situations, public speaking, competitive sports, tight deadlines, or, yes, even gambling, can activate your body's stress response. When money or perceived resources are on the line, your nervous system lights up. Your heart rate rises, your breathing gets shallow, your body starts preparing for fight or flight, even if you're just sitting at a desk. And that's why you need tools to stay grounded. Use music that helps you stay calm and focused. Use breathwork techniques like box breathing or the 4-7-8 method. These aren't just relaxation tricks. They're used by elite soldiers in combat to stay sharp under pressure. These methods work because they signal to your nervous system that you're safe, which helps bring you back to a balanced state where you can think clearly and act deliberately. And when the trading day is over, one of the most valuable things you can do isn't just to unwind, it's to reflect. Take time to actually look back, not just at what you traded, but how you felt. What thoughts came up? When did you feel clear and focused? When did things start to slip? You can write it down in a journal, or even talk it out with a friend, a coach, or AI if that helps you process. Track your patterns. Track the wins, the mistakes, the moments where you hesitated or acted on impulse. The goal isn't to criticize yourself, it's to understand yourself, because the more awareness you build, the more control you gain next time around. Don't underestimate the power of stillness. One of the best pieces of advice I was ever given was to sit each day with my eyes closed for up to an hour. No goal, no breathing technique, no attempt to meditate. Just sit. If you think, you think. If you don't, you don't. You don't try to stop your thoughts or change them. You simply let whatever happens, happen. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. You'll notice urges to check your phone, to get up, to distract yourself. But if you stay with it, something subtle starts to happen. Your nervous system begins to settle. Your mind stops sprinting. And what you realize, almost without trying, is that your thoughts rise, they fall, and they pass. If you don't chase them, if you don't push against them, they begin to lose their grip on you. And that perspective is powerful. That level of calm, of non-reactivity, is exactly what you want to bring into your trading. Because in the market, just like in stillness, impulses will rise. But if you've trained yourself not to grab at everyone, you'll start to act from clarity, not from chaos. Now, if you're overwhelmed in your personal life, stressed, burnt out, emotionally charged, that will spill into trading. Always. That's why you need low stimulation breaks. Get outside, move, let your nervous system recover. You can't control your internal state if you never give it room to breathe. And if you're still learning to stay calm in high-pressure situations, paper trading, or using a demo account can help. It lets you practice your system without real money on the line. But here's the trick. Take it seriously. Visualize that the money is real. Treat every trade like something's at stake. You'll begin to learn how you respond under pressure, and you'll build emotional strength, slowly and safely. At the end of each day, give yourself space before sleep to reflect. Don't go straight from the charts to your pillow. Let your brain process what it needs to process, then let it go. And here's the most important thing. You cannot control the market. You cannot control the outcome of any single trade. The market is like the ocean, unpredictable, powerful, and completely out of your control. But you can learn to ride the waves. You can learn to stay balanced in the storm. That's what trading really is. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up with clarity and calmness, knowing your process, trusting your plan, and accepting that not every trade will win. But every trade is an opportunity to practice. And as your account grows, as your position sizes increase, so will the pressure. If you haven't laid the emotional foundation now, you'll feel it later. Even if you're lucky and make money early, you'll struggle to hold on to it without that foundation. So, build it now. Your edge isn't just your strategy, it's your mindset, your emotional clarity, your discipline. That's the difference between gambling and trading, and the more you respect that, the better trader you become. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.